Good morning, I'm Kasey Wilkins with your local 10 News update. A teenage girl was flown to hospital in Melbourne following a crash at Kyalla around noon yesterday. Emergency services worked for about an hour to free an occupant who was trapped in a vehicle on the intersection of the Goulburn Valley Highway and River Road. A young boy and two women in their 40s were taken to Goulburn Valley Health in a stable condition. Investigations are ongoing. More than 2 million Aussie kids will be eligible for their COVID vaccines from today, with the rollout expanded to the 5 to 11-year-old age group. Victoria is aiming to administer shots to up to 70,000 children each week. They'll receive just a fraction of the dosage of Pfizer that adults receive, and Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt says there's more than enough supply. Victoria's pandemic declaration has been extended for 3 months. It comes as Aussies are being warned to prepare to catch COVID in the coming days and weeks. The country is inching closer to the 95% first dose benchmark, with 94.7% receiving one jab. Looking now to today's weather across the region, humid and mostly sunny in Albury-Wodonga, similar conditions in Shepparton reaching a hot 36 degrees and Wangaratta reaching a top of 34 degrees today. That's all for now, I'll see you in about an hour. Good morning, I'm Kasey Wilkins with your local 10 News update. More than 2 million Aussie kids will be eligible for their COVID vaccines from today, with the rollout expanded to the 5 to 11-year-old age group. Victoria is aiming to administer shots to up to 70,000 children each week. They'll receive just a fraction of the dosage of Pfizer that adults receive. And Health Minister Greg Hunt says there's more than enough supply. The fire danger period has begun this morning across Gippsland, including Bass Coast, Baw, South Gippsland, Wellington Shire and Latrobe. Deputy Chief Officer Trevor Owen has reminded Victorians that even an average fire season in the state can still be a bad one. People planning on using fire to clean up around their properties need to register on the Fire Permits website or by calling 1800 668 511. Massive demand has seen some tradies laughing all the way to the bank, with prices in some cases up more than 300%. Australia is facing a skills shortage and then throwing COVID isolation requirements. Air conditioning technicians, plumbers and electricians are in hot demand. Looking now to the weather near you, morning fog and 32 degrees the top for the Latrobe Valley, humid and 29 in Sale, with similar conditions in Bairnsdale reaching 29. Good morning, I'm Kasey Wilkins with your local 10 News update. More than 2 million Aussie kids aged 5 to 11 years old will be eligible for their COVID vaccines from today. Victoria is aiming to administer the jabs for up to 70,000 children each week. They'll receive a fraction of the Pfizer dosage that is given to adults. Rainfall in December last year was below average across the central and western Victorian regions, despite the constant thunderstorms and wet weather. The latest release of the monthly climate summary from the Bureau of Meteorology showed rainfall was down 34%. Whole daytime temperatures were actually above average. And new data has revealed that the Central Goldfields Shire has a record low crime rate. The Crime Stoppers Agency says the Shire has recorded its lowest crime rate of 7.3% from September 2020 to 21, the lowest it's been in nearly a decade. In sport, the Bendigo International Tennis Tournament saw American Ernesto Escobedo overcome French player Enzo Quaco in a lengthy final. In the women's final, Belgium's Iseline Bonaventure defeated 16-year-old European Victoria Jimenez Kanintseva in straight sets. Looking now to the weather across the region, Bendigo sunny and 36 degrees, Swan Hill 39 degrees. Good morning, I'm Kasey Wilkins with your local 10 News update. 500,000 kids are hoped to be immunised against COVID before the new school year. Victoria will be doubling the number of state-run clinics to meet the target as 5 to 11-year-olds join the rollout from today. More than 35,000 children have booked in to receive their first dose already. The Ballarat Sports and Events Centre on Norman Street has a new name. Coined as Selkirk Stadium under a new 5-year naming rights deal from the local brick manufacturer, the multi-million-dollar stadium is almost complete with a busy January schedule ahead. A Woolsthorpe beef producer has lost around 500 hay bales of feed in a fire that took place around 4 o'clock yesterday morning. No one was injured in the blaze, but it took around 30 emergency services personnel some time to extinguish the fire that had spread into the nearby paddock. And in local sport, Horsham's Under-15 Cricket Association ended their Country Cricket Week on a high, holding Portland and District off, winning by 6 runs. Finishing 6th overall, the side had a mixed tournament, but will take much of their experience with them into upcoming games. Ahead to the weather across the region for today, Ballarat may see a shower or two, 27 degrees, Warrnambool 25 degrees and Horsham 35 today.